And thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock and we begin tonight with Indiana taking a tougher stance on immigration enforcement. Governor Mike Braun said today that state agencies will now help detain undocumented immigrants. Our Marina Silva joins me in studio tonight to explain how this will work. Marina?
Well, as of today, Indiana is formally joining forces with federal immigration authorities to crack down on undocumented immigrants here in the state. Governor Mike Braun announced new partnerships between Indiana State Police, the Department of Corrections, Department of Homeland Security, and the National Guard to flag undocumented immigrants for possible deportation. Sarah Burrow is an immigration attorney in Indianapolis. She says many immigrants are already afraid.
They're fearful to go to work. They're fearful to go to the grocery store, to send their kids to school, to go to places of worship, to go to the hospital.
Under the agreement, DHS officers and state police can make arrests, detain people, and perform joint operations with ICE. We ask ISP, what's this mean? They didn't give any specifics, saying it's still early in the engagement process.
We could potentially see that this is just an open field for attack on immigrants.
This agreement also allows DOC staff to assist with immigration enforcement inside jails and prisons, even reserving up to 1,000 beds at the Miami Correctional Facility to detain undocumented immigrants.
When you're talking about a prison, you're talking about people who are serving time for very serious criminal issues, housed with immigrants who are awaiting hearings on a civil matter. It's just so distressing. It's so stressful, and it's so unnecessary.
The agreement is signed, but what it means for Indiana communities still raises more questions than answers. The DOC declined our request for an interview today, but agreed to answer questions via email. We're still waiting on that response. Now, keep in mind, Indiana is not the first state to do this. In fact, 4 of the other states have these kinds of agreements. Scott?
All right, Marina, thanks. And just last week, nearly 24 people were detained by ICE agents during a traffic blitz conducted by Avon police. 20 people from 6 countries were taken into custody on federal immigration charges. This week, Avon police confirmed that ICE offered to help identify people who provided false or misleading information to officers. But the department also tells us federal agents did not ride along with police during that blitz. Tonight at 11, new data suggests that ICE arrests across our state have increased significantly. In fact, according to the Deportation Data Project, ICE arrested close to 1,400 people here in Indiana during the first 6 months of this year. That is an 80% increase compared to the same time frame last year. In fact, in June alone, Indiana saw more than 300 ICE arrests. 55 of those people had no criminal charges or convictions. And you can read our extensive coverage of the immigration enforcement debate. It's right now over on WTHR.com or our 13 News app.